Lots happening in commodities and some profit taking is what we have seen during the day today. Crude prices have seen a bit of a decline continuing. It of course has to do with the Europe debt crisis, and markets also looking at some increase in US inventories, and that is putting pressure on crude prices. Gold on the other side has continued to gain up. We've seen gains continue onto that one. It's done a record high closing yesterday, holding 1570. Remember, 1575 is an all-time high intraday basis for gold prices. Gold also has made record highs in euro and pound, those currencies as well. So that's one currency we have seen make record highs. And the international markets, Indian markets, of course, have continued to buy as well. Let's get in our guest then, and Chirag Kabani now joins us in Mumbai studios to give us a sense on how to trade all of those commodities. Chirag, hi, welcome to the show. Let's start with gold and silver first. Gold on record highs, silver also seems to be joining that group there. How would you want to trade the precious metals?
At this point of time, gold is just trading marginally below the record highs. But when we look at the recovery from $1460, it's a V-shaped recovery. Generally, these recoveries don't sustain much. So either if it has to move up, it will consolidate over here in the range of 1550 on the downside and 1585 on the upside. If we find the daily close again below 1545 again, then the trend will again turn bearish towards downside target of 1380.
Chirag, how would you want to trade silver? Because we've seen some gains into that one. Do you think it's sustainable, or would you want to sell on the rally?
The same is with silver. The recovery was in a V shape, and I don't think so it would sustain on the upside. If we find a daily close about 37.50, then we could find a small upside till $39, or else on the downside targets till $32 are open.
Chirag, there are a lot of concerns about the European debt crisis. The dollar also has seen a bit of a gains, and we have seen crude take some pressure because of that. Would you continue to see some more selling in case of crude prices?
Crude is completely bearish on the charts. It's trading below the 200-day moving average. Till then, prices are below $99.50. One can expect downside targets till $91 and $89 in the short term again.
How about the natural gas prices? Because that's one space that has seen some kind of a support. Would you be a buyer there?
Natural gas has been consolidating in a small range of 185 on the downside and upside 205. It's at the lower end of the channel right now. I would look to buy around at 190 on the MCX, with stop below 185 for upside targets of again 205 in the short term.
Chirag, how about the base metal prices? Because if you look at the Chinese data, that has been slightly positive today in the morning, and that seems to be really supporting the base metals, especially in case of copper, zinc, lead. All of those metals are trading in the positive on LME and Shanghai as well. Would you be a buyer here?
Base metal prices are, bullish on the charts, but they are in overbought zone. So I wouldn't be a buyer at the higher levels. I'll wait for an intraday dip on the downside. Nickel and lead are looking a good shots at the current levels from a stop loss of the recent highs.
How about copper prices, Chirag? Because, we haven't seen 400 breach onto that one. It actually has done a turnaround, and we are holding around 430 kind of levels right now. Do you think there is some further support coming in here?
I'm expecting copper to be range bound again on the downside at 425 and on the upside 439. A breach of clear 439 on the upside would take prices higher till 455, and a breach of 425 on the downside would again push prices till 405 on the downside. But as it's also in the overbought zone, I'll wait for a dip to buy it.